Good afternoon, Wealth Our Way Nation. What is going on? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 96, where we drop down on your financial survival kit. And before we get into all that, though, you know I got to show love. I got to show homage and gratitude. So I thank each and every one of you who are here with me live as I stream across the Wealth Our Way Facebook and YouTube pages. Bang! I dropped a salute to all the Wealth Our Way Nation members who watch this program pre-recorded overnight, over the weekend, wherever you can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then a heartfelt how are you to the good folks of the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. Yesterday, I had my main man Devlin on. We were talking some crypto. You know, I got to give you guys the new current information every time I have the opportunity. And having Devlin on yesterday just really made me think about the fact that with everything that's going on in cryptocurrency, I need to bless you guys with a whole week of crypto knowledge. So bang, there it is. A whole week. Next week, nothing but crypto all the time. Next week, I'm going to have Devlin on. I didn't even ask these people if they're coming on. They just hopefully will show me love because, you know, I'm a nice guy. I'm going to have Devlin on. I'm going to have my man Chad Copeland on. I'm going to try and get my man Brad Beal on, but he be shy and everything. But he's another one of my crypto sources. And I just want to get the information on. I had one of my clients hit me up last week about buying a mining device to mine Bitcoin. And I immediately did some research online, immediately called my people who I trust and was able to give them some great feedback. So I want to bring that type of information to you guys. Also, be on the lookout for the new rules and terms for the Wild Wealth Building Contest. Renee is on my back every day from down in Atlanta up here to Jersey, yelling at me about making sure I've updated the rules, making sure that I put a reel out. I'm doing all that right now. Forgive your boy. I'm out here. I'm trying to work. You know, I'm just doing my thing. But I will get those rules out because this is the month to get that in. I'm giving $1,000 of my own money away. You know, not only do I consider myself to be one of the most knowledgeable, truest speaking, real industry understanding cats on the internet, I go in my pocket and give it to the people. You know, other cats on here making fortunes, driving Bentleys, going on race and yachts and all that. And that's love. I like to do that too. But I got to help my people first, you know, because what's better than one billionaire, boy, is two. So here we go. Today, we're going to talk about the financial survival kit. I was thinking about this. If I could tell somebody what's the bare minimum, you know, so I'm always trying to strengthen the messaging that I give to you guys. You know, you come here every day and I love you for it. I thank you for it. You come here every day and you don't just come here because I'm funny and smart and things like that. You are here because something that I say should be able to improve your quality of life. And thank you, heartfelt. I don't put anybody on the spot unless they tell me to mention that's okay to mention them. But I get some great emails, great text messages from people who tell me that the things that I say are helpful. You have no idea how much that means to me. That is my purpose here. My purpose is to give you information that will improve your financial life that I'm learning every time I go to a conference or a meeting or on a Zoom call. I'm like, ooh, my people got to learn this. My people have to know this. So let me say this, and you know, excuse me, that's just you're live. You know, when you're live, your nose itch. You gotta make sure you scratch it. So when I'm here trying to give you guys the knowledge that I have and do it in such a way that everybody can use it, you know, whether you have under $30,000 of household income, between 30 and 100 grand of household income, over 100 grand of household income, there are tips for all of us that we can use to make our life better. So I was trying to just make a concise list of 3 things that everybody needs to have a better financial footing and to navigate their financial journey better. And I think I narrowed it down quite nicely with this survival kit. So the first thing that I will tell you that you need to have to make your finances really rise to the top and to be in the top echelon of people financially across America is to have a credit score above 700. Ideally, you'd like to have a credit score above 720. But if you can get over 700, you're going to be better than the vast majority of people in the game. What does that do for you? Why are people always talking about improving your credit score, enhancing credit? I have people who tell me, I don't even want to have credit. I don't want to use credit. Nonsense. First of all, leverage is how you grow wealth. There's no other better way to say it. There's a phrase that I learned a very long time ago, other people's money. And my boys Naughty by Nature said other people's, but other people's money is very important. To be able to put someone else's money to work while your money is doing something else is how wealth is built. Access to capital is why there's such a huge gap between the haves and the have-nots in this country. When you're trying to do everything on your own dime and your own muscle, very slow, arduous process. Leverage is the key. But let's say for kicks and giggles, I'm never going to convince you to use leverage. You're never going to use credit. That's cool. I'm not here to twist anybody's arm. Your credit score goes well beyond getting credit. Your credit score, so if you're not getting credit, you're not buying houses on mortgages, you must be renting an apartment. Well, I'm here to tell you, your credit score will make your rent higher or lower. You want insurance, auto, life, whatever, your credit score will make it higher or lower. There are so many things that your credit score will affect you. And I'm coming out with another ebook. I'm not going to give a date because Lord knows when I'll finish it, but it's going to be something, the title is going to be something centering around the cost of being poor. And basically what it's going to talk about, one of the biggest sections in that book will be about how having bad credit makes everything cost more money for you, which is why they say the rich get richer. Sometimes it's not about the rich getting richer. It's about the poor getting poorer, or the middle class getting lower and the upper middle class getting higher. And we have to do something about that. Financial literacy and knowledge are key to that. So a 700 credit score, number one leg on the stool of financial importance. The second thing, here I go again. I did a whole webinar on it. I used to sell it for a living. I'm never going to stop talking about it. You'll never not hear me talk about it. You need life insurance. You need to have life insurance. Whether you just have a term policy to cover you in the event that you pass prematurely. I read this horrible story about the young fella on the Las Vegas Raiders who killed someone. According to the reports, I always say according to the reports, it seems out there to be pretty obvious, but I don't jump to conclusions. But apparently he rear-ended a woman minding her damn business. Her and her dog are now dead because somebody else, I ride a motorcycle. I see pictures all the time of motorcyclists who are dead because they were sitting at the light, chilling, and some fool texting drifted into the back of their bumper and killed them. These things happen. You can die crossing the street. There's so many ways that we cannot reach our goal. And when I sit down with people financially, I'm not an insurance salesman any longer. So I don't sit there and try to sell you insurance because I want you to buy insurance from me. What I tell you is, and I've said this before on this program, I need to get you from where you are today financially to where you want to be in retirement financially. We need to go up a ladder. I can get you up that ladder. But if something happens before we get you to the top of the ladder, the people you are doing this for will miss the money you were trying to make for them. I can fix that if we put policies in place to address your premature exit from the plan. And if you don't exit prematurely, don't listen to Chris Rock. And he said, if something doesn't happen, should I get my money back? I hope you listened to the webinar that I did. You don't want refundable term insurance. You don't want refundable universal life insurance because all they're doing is charging you more money for insurance than you should be paying, investing that money, and then giving you back the difference later on. It's a bad deal. Pay the least amount of money you can pay for some good term insurance and go to sleep every night, resting assured that your second leg of your financial stool is steady. The third leg, so I told you how not to have money cost, how not to have things cost you extra money. I told you how to protect in the event that you don't get to the finish line with your money. Now we got to talk about what we really all want to talk about, growing money. You have to have an IRA. I don't care if you have a work-sponsored 401k, 403b, 457. I can't tell you. It's the same way my trainers, when I work out with fitness trainers, when they try to tell me the importance of coming to the gym and working out, it's not just about the fact that you're exercising and that you're burning calories. It's a whole mindset and process that goes along with putting your sneakers on, getting out the door, walking to the gym, going in, seeing the other people, putting your music on. There's so much auxiliary activity that occurs when you're doing this process. When I tell you how empowered you will feel to know you have an IRA at Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, Chase, wherever you open it at, E-Trade, Robinhood, I don't care. You have an IRA that is yours. You have an account that you're responsible for. I met with a client yesterday, new client. She was referred to me. Lot of financial success. She makes a great living. She's a millionaire already. She's still going to work for another 20 years. And she, for the most part, manages her own retirement account. I did a retirement account assessment. It's one of the things that we do on the WOW Wealth Jumpstart. Now, you can get the WOW Wealth Jumpstart and not be a WOW client. It's a standalone product that I just started selling. It has what's it have in it? A will, living healthcare proxy, a retirement plan assessment, a life insurance assessment, and I think a durable power of attorney. Renee will correct me or whatever. But anyway, when you're a client, you get that as part of your subscription, but you can just buy it standalone. I did a retirement plan assessment for her. I literally went through all of her holdings, and she had a bunch of them. And, because I'm not mentioning her name and her individual assets, what I will tell you was she had a mutual fund in her IRA that I showed her an exchange traded fund that basically did the exact same thing that the mutual fund did. She had about $45,000 of her money in this mutual fund. I showed her a Morningstar report. Morningstar is a company that analyzes investment companies, mutual funds and the like. They're an independent company. Tank doesn't own them. Morningstar showed that the expense ratio for her mutual fund was 1.13%. 1.13 times $40,000 is like $580. I showed her that the exchange traded fund had an expense ratio of 0.12%. So the difference was 1.2%, or in dollars, almost $500. I just saved her $500 a year on the money that's there today. She was going to put more and it would grow, but $500 a year for doing absolutely nothing different. Just pushing a button and saying, I don't want this fund, I want that fund. Why is that important? Well, man, I've been trying to lose weight for 30 years. If somebody could tell me that I can continue to eat a cheesesteak, but just turn it from the one end to the other end when I eat it and lose 3 pounds when I eat cheesesteaks, I wear the t-shirt and I tell everybody about them. The problem with trying to lose weight and these things that we want to fix in our life is that they're not easy to do. They require a lot of work and a lot of stick-to-itness. This was easy. This is me telling her, hey, you picked fund A, you should pick fund C. They do the exact same thing, and now you're going to save $500 a year or more. And she loves me. She was like, I'm going to tell my friends. Thank you. So I say, get an IRA. Take your own investments by the horns. I'm here for you. You don't even have to be a client. I'm here for you. You come to 15 minutes of finance. You text, you email, you inbox, you do whatever you do when you have a question. I'll make a whole damn show about your question. I'll help you. You don't need to be afraid, but you need to open up an IRA. That's why my contest is to give 5 people $200. In the grandest scheme of things, $200 may not be a lot of money, but it's more important that you're opening an IRA. And I know you're going to get hooked. When I grew up, you got hooked with the crack man. You walked down the street and the crack man tried to hook you. I'm going to hook you on IRAs. I'm going to hook you on cryptocurrency. I'm going to hook you on real estate. I'm going to hook you on debt management. I'm going to hook you on the good things. So I am going to answer one live question because I see it before we go. Erica is asking if an IRA is the same for self-employed people too. So a self-employed person can have a regular IRA, but they also have more options. They can have a simple IRA, a SEP IRA. They can do so many more different types of individual retirement accounts than an employee can do. If you're employing yourself, you have more options. And we can talk about that. I'll do a whole show on that if you want me to. So gotta go. We're at 15 minutes already. Thank you guys for being here. I'll wrap up this week with something cool tomorrow, and then next week it's all cryptocurrency. Get your questions ready. I'm gonna have some great minds here, because you know, if I don't know, I'm gonna find the people who do, and we're gonna get you right. Because remember, wealth is not only for the wealthy. You guys have a great, great day.